This is the design of a human that could survive a car crash without any airbags.
This is where we're headed.
This is what we're spending money on, you know?
I want a picture of my car in front of the Welcome to the Arctic Circle sign.
So when these videos just kind of stopped coming out, that's what happened. He tried to drive to the fucking Arctic Circle.
I have videos scheduled so far in advance. On the day of my funeral, there will be like a Honda Odyssey review coming out. Someone said, does it suck to live in the Rust Belt? Yes, it does, especially for car reviews too.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, that sucks.
The Rust Belt is just... Well, it's also like, I've reviewed cars that have been borderline safety hazards. I mean, like, the Rust Belt is not something to mess around with.
We looked at one that you reviewed. It came up for sale on Facebook, and we saw it, and then I went looking for it, and I found one of your videos, and it was like a WRX that had been chopped into a truck.
Oh, yeah. That was my friend RJ. He now lives up in Wisconsin, but he used to live here. He's also, he's turning a convertible FC into a hardtop. Like, he's adding a rear window to a convertible. This kid he's actually really great at fabricating, and this was actually one of the better done cars that I've driven. But it was definitely weird, and the weight balance was just all types of screwed up.
Yeah.
All in the front.
As one would assume.
Yeah. Yeah, what we saw of this, it had not held up very well. Like, the rust had gotten to it, unfortunately.
Well, as you can see right there, there's no drain holes for the bed.
They'll do it.
So just standing water.
Yeah.
Lots of standing water. And again, I think the kid when he built this was like 18 or 17. He's gotten a lot better. He also has an M30 Infinity drift car, which is cool. He manual swapped it.
I used to have an M30. Those are... I didn't like mine. It was a convertible, but if he's got a hardtop, they look sick as hell.
Yeah, the hardtops look cool.
I think next week I have a convertible M30 coming out.
Really?
Do you guys want me to run you through what I have coming out?
Yeah, what's coming up?
All right, deep breath, everyone. Tomorrow is a 2002 Saturn SL2.
Tight.
1973 Imperial LeBaron. That's the longest production car ever built.
Yeah.
Then the 1976 Trabant 601. A 2003 Mazda Protege.
Based.
1946 Crosley pickup.
What?
You know what a Crosley is?
No.
Yeah, Crosley Nash.
Like a jukebox? What the f*** is the Crosley?
Well, no, funny enough, it's the same company. They decided to make cars for a little bit. 1986 Volkswagen Quantum Synchro. 2024 Mazda CX-90, who cares? 1993 Dodge Shadow convertible. Then the 92 Infiniti M30 convertible.
Tight.
Corvair Tiburon, Impala, Explorer Eddie Bauer, Gallardo, Legacy, 1999 Toyota Camry, and an 08 Camry. So that's what I have coming up. Thanks for listening, guys.
Holy shit, dude. And how many of those do you have edited already? All of them?
That's all edited and uploaded. That's all just in the queue. That's ready to go.
I wish I had half of your fucking work ethic.
No, dude. Like Adderall or what?
I can't handle caffeine.
Okay.
I tell this story. In college, I didn't read a book at all, and then I had a test the next day, so I drank a Bang Energy. I stayed up for 48 hours to the point where on the third day of being awake, I was laying in bed crying because I thought I forgot how to sleep. I genuinely was crying because I was like, what, you just close your eyes and that's it? Like, what?
Damn, dude.
Nothing's happening, though.
So the moral here is you're just built different.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's...
I guess, but like not in a good way. It's not healthy.
No, but you could be like the next evolution of man.
Yeah.
Wait. Can you pull up can you Google search if humans evolved to not need airbags? This is actually what I am.
What the
So scientists developed this is the design of a human that could survive a car crash without any airbags.
This is where we're headed.
Why would they? This is what we're spending money on. You know.
This is a live feed into my desk right now. This is actually I'm sitting with my arm up like that. That is me. So it's like at the end of the day, does it suck sometimes? Yes, it sucks sometimes, and it's long hours and it's a lot of repetitiveness. But at the same time, I can go, oh, what made today so hard? On Friday, I have to drive a Mustang Mach 1. Oh, so hard. My life is so
woe is
bad.
me.
Yeah, it's like at the same. It's like I know people that stand at Amazon and stand on concrete for 10 hours a day, and they're not allowed to pee. Like,
Right.
I'm doing okay.
How much traveling do you do?
It's a good mix. I've slowed down as of recent, mostly just because I have the house now and whatnot. For at least 2 weekends a month, I'm out of the house traveling somewhere.
Okay.
Mostly it's like Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan. So it's like always within somewhat close. But a few times a year, I will do like a big trip. Like I just did the big Montana trip at the beginning of the year. I did a Florida trip, and then I'm looking to hopefully go like New York, East Coast towards the end of the year. But, you know, we'll see. So
you want to see some real rusty cars going up to the Northeast.
Well, that's the thing is that like, surprisingly, like the Northeast has been a lot better than the Midwest just in terms of cars, except for Maryland traffic. Maryland traffic is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my whole entire life. That whole state needs to burn down.
You hear that, Baltimore? F you.
Yeah, oof, Baltimore, dude. That's
Maryland
the scariest
traffic,
place I've ever been in my life.
I've never seen traffic so stupid in my life than driving through Maryland. There was construction and people were just going around the construction cones, but then they didn't realize that the entire like off-ramp was shut down. So then they had to re-merge in.
Yeah, they're all idiots.
That's the worst traffic you've ever experienced, and you've been to LA in a slingshot.
I've driven to all 48 states. That is in my Mazda, which I'm very proud of. But oh god, Maryland.
You
was
drove to
hands
Hawaii?
down the worst.
He said
48.
48.
Come on.
I know, I'm being stupid.
Although I will say it is $3,000 to send your car to Hawaii, and I am.
You could drive to
seriously
Alaska.
contemplating.
You ought to drive to Alaska.
So Alaska is something that I want to plan. I want to drive my Mazda to the Arctic Circle because it's only a 6-hour drive from Anchorage, I think, or maybe from Fairbanks. I think it's a 6-hour drive from Fairbanks. Now it's not paved, but I want a picture of my car in front of the "Welcome to the Arctic Circle" sign, and then I can turn around and
then go back. Yeah.
So when these videos just kind of stopped coming out, that's what happened. He tried to drive to the fucking Arctic Circle in a Mazda. What is it, a Mazda 6?
Yeah, I'm just gonna my Mazda 3. I'm just gonna turn into Chris McCandless and just kind of go to Alaska and
go into the wild.
Well, that's the funny thing though, and that I always talk about with my friends and family is the fact that I have videos scheduled so far in advance that if I suddenly or tragically die, my family's going to be like having my funeral or like planning my funeral, and then like an '06 Camry. At like 2
you're going to be
p.m.
showing Raid Shadow Legends on YouTube.
Exactly. Like on the day of my funeral, there will be like a Honda Odyssey review coming out. Like, it's just something that might happen. So, you know, I'm prepared for it, but we'll see. If the videos stop, I probably have died at some point.
All right. Well, we'll look out for that.
We'll pour one out. We'll pour one out that day.
Yeah.
You just like, comment, and share, and that'll be your way to like pay respects.
And again, I think you're as or more prolific than Doug DeMuro himself, because that guy.
I appreciate that. Thank
he only
you.
puts out like one video a week.
He's got
And
a
his reviews
family
are
though.
Stupid.
This
It's like I'm gonna give it a Doug score.
It's hard with the old stuff and the new stuff because the new stuff earns so much more money than the old stuff. But I always tell people, I'm like, I'm never going to stop reviewing the old stuff where Doug did stop reviewing the old stuff. And that sucks. So like, I'm always going to do the quirky and the weird. The new stuff is always going to kind of help
Pay the bills.
bankroll the old stuff, but the old stuff is always going to be the focus.
Yeah, you gotta do something to pay the bills to do the cool stuff.
Exactly.
People listening.
You got to piss in a bottle, you know?
I gotta piss in a bottle sometimes.
You got to show.
I gotta show y'all Temu stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Get the over it, guys. 240 build is gonna be lit.
And it's getting paid for on China's dime.
Yes.
It's fine.
And you don't even have to buy the shit if you don't want, dude. Like, what the
Just enjoy his nice garage that's full of nice Temu
my garage looks so sick now.
He made a video
It
about
does.
doing. Oh, you saw it? Yeah,
I saw the Temu video. Yeah.
yeah. They get mad about the Temu stuff.
They get upset, dude.
I mean, I think Temu just has so much bad stuff on it, like just crappy products, but I also don't think everything on there is crappy. It's kind of picking your battles. This truck, funny enough, that we're watching right now, this Chang Li, I think this is either the Explorer or the whatever.
Oh, you got this on Temu.
Yeah.
This is literally a Temu truck, and this was a weird story of like filming these cars. This was up in Sparta, Michigan, and there was this company or it was really just this guy, and he started like a little dealership for these little trucks, and basically he would import them and then sell them at a premium, which I think he was selling these for like $8 to $10 grand, and by selling
them for
them
like $1,800.
well, I don't think he was selling them that much. This was also peak COVID. I want to say that this was in 2020. But
Are these road legal?
In some states,
Yeah,
and you
okay.
basically have to get a permission slip signed by your local government saying that it's a low-speed EV.
Got it.
But this guy, first time I had never met the dude. I'd emailed him because I saw that he had this dealership, and I was like, hey, I'd love to review one of these. And he was like, yeah, come on up to Michigan. So I was like, all right, cool. And so I get up there, walk in. He doesn't introduce himself. He goes, I'm a sinner. We're all sinners. And I was like, what? I was like, and he went on this like religious speech for 10 minutes about how he was a big sinner, but how God saved him and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm here to review the cars, man. So like I ended up doing it. It was just a weird thing. And I think it went out of business. I don't think scooter cars in Michigan exists anymore.
Damn.
But
we'll fact check that. But
I think this video has a decent amount of views. Or I did 2 of them.
This is one of your most popular videos. Yeah, I saw it by popular, and I just looked for the first review, and this was 224K.
224?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I didn't know that.
People want these little things, I guess.
Well, I think once Donut Media bought the truck version and did a whole video, I think it kind of set off. Yeah. Like the Cybertruck is one of my top videos right now, and it didn't do all that well until Whistling Diesel did his
that just happened too,
stress test. Yeah, and then like in the last 2 weeks, it's gone up like 50,000 views. Like it's been nuts.
Yeah, you're over 100K on this one.
So yeah,
what'd you think?
It's fine. Here's the thing. I didn't love it as a car, but I do have to say I like the fact that it doesn't look like anything else on the road.
Sure.
And I get comments every single day for any car that I review. Everyone always says, oh, all cars look the same. All cars look the same. All cars look the same. Tesla made something that doesn't look like anything else.
Yeah.
Now, is that a good or bad thing? I don't know, but they did the thing that everyone's been asking for. I don't love it, but it's fine. I like that they went out there and really tested the waters and said, all right, here's the thing. It has so many problems. I think the one that I drove is even back in the shop again. They had the accelerator pedal issues. Mm-hmm. The steer-by-wire is absolutely terrible. But it's something different. And you know what? It paid my rent this month, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I saw a meme that had like the back, the tonneau cover, if you want to call it that, like kind of all f***ed up with like little baby animal prints and shit. And it's like, oh, raccoons have apparently been trying to break the Cybertruck for some reason. Yeah, because they think it's a dumpster.
That's funny. I think the little pea brain that I have is just like, I just want to drive unique, cool, interesting stuff, not necessarily. Like, I did a Lamborghini Huracan video, and it's one of my least viewed videos ever. And it's because everyone's seen that. Jeremy Clarkson drove the Huracan. CarWow did the Huracan. And look, it doesn't even come up when you're searching with my name because everyone has done it. Everyone has done
a
Huracan.
Man?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like stuff like that, like almost doesn't interest me. Now, obviously, when the guy someone emailed me and said, "Hey, I have a Huracan. Do you want to drive it?" I said,
"Yeah, you're gonna say yeah,
of course,
cool.
yeah."
But
Hurricane Ian.
Yeah,
this is Tommy's business partner.
But yeah, it's just speaking to where like this was like a bucket list item for me, of course, but at the same time, so many people had already seen it that no one really cared.
Yeah,
it's like the Wartburg that people like, or The Cybertruck was an anomaly just because everyone knows what that is, but also hates it and whatever.
Right.
But like the Chang Li Explorers, no one knew what that was. So
250,000
that's kind of
views.
where so that's where I try to find my lane.
And with stuff like this, it's like it's so not relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. That was the thing. I just did that Rolls-Royce Spectre earlier this year. And it's like, I'm trying to kind of give consumer advice, but also at the same time, that's my O face, nice. At the same time, it's like, no one who's going to buy a Rolls-Royce is watching my video. That was just, I emailed Rolls-Royce and was like, hey, like, could I get a press vehicle? And they were like, yeah. So like, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
And no one that buys a Rolls-Royce is even going to give a about how well it reviews because it's a Rolls-Royce.
Yeah. Right. By the way, the Rolls-Royce PR rep is like so sweet. She's so nice. I was talking to her.
I bet she's banging.
No comment, but but I was telling her, I was like, oh, like, 200 miles of range, like, someone that buys a Rolls Royce, they got other cars for road trips. And she looked at me and she goes, oh, honey, they don't go on road trips. They charter jets for that. And I was like, oh, yeah. I totally
sweaty.
forgot. This is like such a different tax bracket. People that buy Rolls Royces are like a different species almost. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, like they'll road trip in like an Escalade or something.
They'd survive.
And she was like,
with no airbag for sure.
No, she's like, oh, honey, they'll take the G6 for that. Yeah. Oh, they have a Pontiac G6? Oh, honey.
I hope it's a 3.9 liter V6 at least. Stuff like this was just honestly a personal thing. They said, do you want a Rolls Royce for a night? And I was like, yeah, I do.
Who would say no?
That down?
Yeah,
obviously, like, yeah, it's A, free content for me, and B, like, I sent it to every single friend I had. Like, if I met you at the deli 3 years ago, I sent you a picture of this thing. It was like, look what I got, So that was something like that. But it's so funny. I think this video has like, 2,000 views or something like that.
I think it's 5K, yeah. Yeah, 5,000 views.
Even still, the video I posted a few days ago got like even more views than that. Like used car. Let's see here. The Aerostar, Ford Aerostar. Yeah, a manual minivan got more views than the Rolls-Royce. Like,
and when I was just clicking on just to have in the background, this is one of the first ones I clicked on because, hey, Aerostar, sick. And it's a stick.
And it's manual.
Factory manual, which was sweet. That was a really cool car.
Oh, yeah.
This was also the day I hit my record. I filmed 9 videos in one day. This day. This was car number 2 of 9.
Like a fucking porn star filming videos, this guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I was sucking down cough drops like you wouldn't believe because my voice was getting so hoarse. It was a rough day.
I love those blue and white Ford switches.
Yeah, those are sick.
Blue and white,
yes.
Was it just a nice collection of cars?
So 6 were at the same place. Okay. So when it's like that, I can kind of round robin them. And as soon as I'd pull back up to the guy's house, car was already started, keys in it, it's already running. I'd hop out, jump in the next one, go. And then the last 3 were at different spots, but that was later in the day. And they were all relatively close. That's the only way to do it. If I have to travel in between shoots, I can't shoot like that.
Dude. What'd you think of the Excursion?
Oh, I love that thing. And that was the V10. I've also done... I think I did a 6-liter diesel. I think
7.3.
Yeah, I think it'd be a 7.3 in that gen.
Yeah.
No, I think it was they switched to 6.0 at one point. I think I did a 6.0. I think that was the 6.0 Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe you.
Yeah, no, I love the Excursion. And it's like one of those cars that like they'll probably never make ever again. Full frame, big V8.
It was a complete product of its time.
Right. Yeah. And what's funny is that they didn't sell well at all.
They were released too late. Yeah. When Ford finally made this big honking American behemoth, the SUV craze was already dying and gas prices were on the rise.
Yeah, the gas crisis hit like towards the end of this thing's run. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, someone said 03 was a 6.0 Power Stroke. Okay.
I believe
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I believe you, yeah.
No, I know, but
look
it's...
Look at that turbo they're spinning, dude.
I think we could wrap it up.
And then we'll call it,
Yeah, but
sounds good.
You've been killing it, dude. We really appreciate you coming
I appreciate you guys having me on. This has been a load of fun. We should do this monthly.
We appreciate you gracing us with your presence, Like, we're glad.
Glaze them up a little bit more now, Gary.